So watch out, bankers. Here comes public banking. Very interesting. Now, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has decided to introduce legislation that would require every post office to provide basic banking services. Now, that is excellent news. That is an excellent piece of legislation. And so let's get into some of the details here. Now, basically, the central goal of the bill is to replace risky financial products like payday loans, for example, with a public alternative. Now, let me get into the details here. Under Gillibrand's proposal, Americans could cash their paychecks and deposit money in accounts free of charge at each post office location. Deposits would be capped at the larger of two amounts, $20,000, or the median balance in all Americans' bank accounts. Now, the post office would also be able to distribute loans to borrowers of up to $1,000 at an interest rate that is higher than the yield on a 1-month Treasury bond. That's currently of about a rate of about 2%. So that is a fascinating proposal. Now, look, this has a lot of support. Again, I support it because I think it's a fantastic idea. I mean, look, there's a post office everywhere. And there are so many people right now that don't have access to banks, or the banks that they have access to are more like loan sharks. Again, those payday lenders, right? Now, again, Gillibrand said in an interview with HuffPost, the reason that she put this together is that she says this is a solution to take on the payday lenders, to take on the problems that the unbanked have all across the country. It's a solution whose time has come. Now, launching a postal banking system would require startup funding that could either be obtained from a loan from the Treasury or a congressional appropriation, which under Republicans is very unlikely. However, this would help out not only people who are poor, who are unbanked or underbanked, but also this would help out the post office. If even 10% of the money, they say, Americans currently spend on the interest and fees for risky financial products went towards postal banking loans that cost 90% less, the post office would gain a total of $9 billion in annual revenue. Now, literally, the only person who's going to be against this is somebody who wants to protect payday lenders. Now, do we know anybody who loves payday lenders? Yeah, that would be Mick Mulvaney, head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He absolutely loves the payday lenders. He favors the payday lenders. That's because he got paid $63,000 when he was in Congress by payday lenders. So, and look, other Republicans, of course, have also been paid off by payday lenders. Now, again, who could use this? I mentioned unbanked and underbanked, right? Well, according to HuffPost, more than 1/4 of American households are either unbanked, meaning they lack someone with a bank account altogether, or underbanked, which basically means that they have to rely on payday loans or other alternative lenders to supplement the services of a traditional bank. Now, why would that be? Well, look, there are some banks that charge you money to store your money. So if you don't have a certain amount in your checking account, for example, or your bank account, they'll charge you money. That's an insane proposition. What, are you saying you're going to charge me money for not having money? That's insanity. There are a lot of banks that do that, and there are also places where there is just no bank that seems to be accessible. So, look, and it's no surprise that the people that are unbanked or underbanked happen to be mostly poor and minorities. So this is a solution that could help them, because while there may not be a bank, a traditional bank or a bank in the traditional sense, in that neighborhood, there is a post office, and they could do these services too. So now, the average underbanked household, I'll give you more stats here, has an annual income of $25,500 and spends nearly 10% on alternative financial products and associated fees. This is according to a 2011 KPMG study. Now, Black and Latino households are more likely to be both unbanked and underbanked, and the unbanked rate among Black households is about 18.2%, compared with 7% for the population as a whole. So, if you do this, if you actually allow the post office to also provide these financial services, that's going to help a lot of people. That's going to be incredibly beneficial. So, and look, Gillibrand, she might not always be a good progressive, but on this issue, this is an excellent piece of legislation. And I hope that there is a time where we can actually get this passed. So I want to give Gillibrand some credit on this because, look, this is something that needs to happen. It is time. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.